Will the fish be biting? Let's take you on a fishing and philosophy story trail to the Crisscrossed State Forest, Stuart Mill. What could fishing and philosophy possibly have in common? Surprisingly, both require quiet contemplation. So, while you are patiently waiting for the fish to nibble, you can ponder why a gold rush community decided to rename itself after an English philosopher, John Stuart Mill. Your story trail starts from Avoca and goes north on the Sunraysia Highway. It will take you to Teddington Reservoir, with extensions to the Upper Teddington Reservoir and Teddington Hut, extensions to the Crisscrossed State Forest, concluding at Stuart Mill and returning to Avoca. The time will be between 4 to 5 hours. The distance is 45 kilometres. Walks are easy and driving is on sealed and dirt roads. Story trails are best experienced using mobile devices with headsets. They are free to download and share. Mobile phone users should enable auto-rotate to allow landscape viewing. We will guide you to each story point along the trail. When you hear the reel spool, pause the video and then play at the next story point. Directions to your first story point. From Avoca, drive north along the Sunraysia Highway for 38 kilometres. Turn left into Stuart Mill and continue along Teddington Road for 6 kilometres. Enjoy the scenic valley. It was once the centre of the gold rush. Turn left at the Stuart Mill water supply sign. Follow the track, the reservoir is close by. Pause this video and appreciate the area. Play the video to learn more about the Teddington Reservoir. The Wangara Gunditj Aboriginal tribe once roamed this area. Historically, the forest, Crisscrossed National Park, was an important source for timber milling. Built in 1898, Teddington Reservoir was designed to supply water to Sunana to the north, with gravity-fed water via wooden and iron pipelines. The pipeline itself was quite a unique design, with lengths of tongued Oregon wood wrapped with wire and asphalt over the top. Imagine digging a 22.5 kilometre trench through these hard stony soils with nothing more than basic tools. Directions to Extension Point 1, the Upper Teddington Reservoir camping area. Exit the Lower Teddington Reservoir and turn left at the signpost. Follow the sign to the camping area. Continue along Teddington Road, southeasterly direction for 1.5 kilometres. Teddington camping area is on the left, next to the Teddington Upper Reservoir. Take in the scenery. Fishing is also permitted. Pause this video and appreciate the area. Then play the video to learn more about this area. The Upper Teddington Reservoir is a popular spot for fishing. The most popular species caught here are Australian bass, rainbow trout and European perch. A Victorian recreation fishing licence is required for anglers over 16. Skinks are particularly common in the area. These are little lizards that tend to scurry along the ground. They are harmless, so there's no need to worry. Large lace monitor lizards are occasionally seen. These are bigger ground-dwelling reptiles that run towards the trees when they are disturbed. Avoid removing wood and timber when you see them, because they serve as homes for lizards and the many other species that thrive here. Non-powered boats can be launched in the Upper Teddington Reservoir. Swimming is not permitted and pets are not permitted as well. The Teddington Campground sits on the banks of the Upper Teddington Reservoir, nestled in the heart of the Crisscrossed National Park. It is a perfect vantage point to explore the rest of the national park. Walk, run, ride or drive deeper into the forest following established trails. There is a fantastic range of mountain bike trails and 4x4 experiences available for all skill levels. Note, make careful preparations before venturing deeper into the park. Is your vehicle and equipment appropriate? Have you taken safety precautions? Teddington Hut was originally constructed by the State Rivers and Works Commission around 1955. as temporary housing for employees working on the Teddington Reservoir catchment. Today the hut can be used by campers. Basic facilities include pit toilet, wood barbecue and picnic table. It's a great start point for some off-road driving. Visitors are required to bring their own drinking water and firewood. Directions to Story Point 2, Stuart Mill. Return to Stuart Mill via the Teddington Road. As you approach Stuart Mill, stay to the left on to Oxford Street. Look for the old Malcolm Inn on the corner. Park nearby. Take a moment to read the detailed history of Stuart Mill. Pause this video and appreciate the area. Then play the video to learn more about the area. Near the old Malcolm Inn is an information board that contains a detailed history of Stuart Mill. Included is a map of historical buildings. You may wish to take a stroll. Can you identify some of the historic buildings nearby? The first settler was Mr. Sanderson, who had a squatter's run in the locality. By 1880 the run saw 55,000 sheep. Apart from pastoral settlement, alluvial gold was discovered there in 1861. A township was gazetted in 1865. There is some debate about how the town was named, the most plausible being that it was named in honour of John Stuart Mill, a philosopher and English parliamentarian, 1865 to 1868. The question of why is not clearly documented. The gold rush pushed the population close to 7,500 people by 1869. After 1872, as gold yields declined, so did the population. By 1869, Stuart Mill eclipsed St. Arded in importance. Tents went up and there was an influx of people of all classes, creeds and nationalities. But not all were strictly honest. So unprincipled were some of the arrivals that claim jumpers quickly saw the arrival of mounted police. Their presence caused quite a commotion at the time. The town soon became a flourishing business centre. A school was built in 1870. The Cobb & Co line ran to Ballarat in one day. The horses were changed at the stables at the hotel, the Malcolm Inn, where a groom was always in attendance. The founding family of G.J. Coles also lived in Stuart Mill. So, why would a gold rush town halfway around the world want to name itself after a British parliamentarian and philosopher? Context: the Eureka Rebellion had taken place in Ballarat a decade earlier. Often described as a utilitarian, his most celebrated view was published in his treatise titled On Liberty. It celebrated individuality and disdain for conformity. Mill rejected attempts, either through legal coercion or social pressure, to coerce people's opinions and behaviour. His essay tries to show the positive effects of libertarian life on people and on society as a whole. In particular, Mill links liberty to the ability to progress and avoid social stagnation. No doubt such sentiments resonated with those who wanted to be left alone to seek their fortune. Directions to return to Avoca. Take the Sunraysia Highway south, that is, turning right into the highway from Stuart Mill. Avoca is a short 20 kilometres away. We hope you enjoyed the fishing and philosophy story trail. Has your curiosity been rewarded? Feel free to share this story trail with friends. As always, happy trails. The Fishing and Philosophy Story Trail is an initiative of Advance Avoca Incorporated, produced by geotourism.net.au. For more story trails, go to avoca.vic.au.